Hello everyone, welcome back to Eternal Midnight. I am Santino and I'm here with Chad. What's going on, Chad?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. So, we're continuing the Fast Saga. I can't believe I'm calling it that. I really can't. That's the first and only time I'm calling it the Fast Saga. Okay, the first and only time I'm doing it. So we're gonna continue the quote-unquote Fast and Furious franchise with Fast 5 and Furious 6. And I swear, I want to slap whoever made these titles because it's like, it's nowhere consistent whatsoever.
No, they just jump. I mean, The Fast and The Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Tokyo Drift. Okay, that made sense. Fast and Furious. Terrible title. Fast 5? There was more than 5 of them.
Yeah.
Furious 6. Okay. Or Fast and Furious 6. Furious 7. And then I know 8's your personal favorite. The Fate of the Furious.
Oh my god.
What a horrible pun. And then Fast and Furious 9, they just gave up and they went with Furious 9.
No, F9. Not really.
Oh, F9, that's
Furious
right.
in it. You just put the F and the 9. It's like the Fast F9, the Fast Saga. I was like, when? Since when did we ever call it the Fast Saga?
So what do you predict they're gonna call 10 Part 1 and Part 2?
I have no idea, but I know the motto was gonna be this summer. Fasten your seatbelt. I was like, oh god.
Oh no. Oh, fasten your seatbelts. That's horrible. Oh, or just go with something generic like they did with Jason X. Call it like Fast X or something.
Oh my god, if they actually did, I'm gonna punch the poster.
Fast X1, Fast X2. I can't believe they're calling it Part 10, Part 1, and Part 2.
Oh my god.
Oh no, but we're only at the halfway point right now at least.
Yeah. So Chad, I'll start you off, man. What do you think of Fast 5?
It has like no right to be as good as it is.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's like, dude.
It's like this is one of those things where it's almost like were you guys building up to a movie being this good or something?
Yeah, because Fast 5 is basically like the quote-unquote Avengers of the Fast and Furious franchise, where you have all the characters from like different movies coming back and doing like a big bank heist. This is the Avengers before the Avengers. So you have
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you have Vin Diesel returning as Dom Toretto, Brian O'Connor coming back, Giselle, Han from Tokyo Drift, the sister Mia from the first movie, and then Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris from the second movie. Basically, it's like a culmination of like characters you've met across all 4 movies.
Han from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
And then throw in Fast and Furious's version of Loki, The Rock as Hobbes.
Oh my god, The Rock as Hobbes fucking made Fast 5.
He is at his absolute best in this movie.
He's a beast. He's like my very first like, I wanna honestly see what was going in the script writing room when they were writing those lines for Hobbes. When they were writing Dwayne Johnson's lines for Hobbes, because I swear it's like the funniest stuff ever, the funniest shit ever. It's like the part there where like we first meet Hobbes and he's like, and that guy's like, I got good news and bad news, and then Hobbes is like, I like my dessert first. I was like, what the fuck? Who says that? No one says that. And then
he really is like a walking one-liner.
I like my dessert first. I was like, great quality writing there, guys. And then
I love the way Brian describes him when they first hear about it. He's like, oh damn, this is the guy the FBI sends in when they're pissed off. This guy is Old Testament, man. Fire and brimstone type shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And even after that, even after like the like my dessert verse, after the guy says the good news and Hobbs says, "Give me the damn veggies." It's like, what the fuck? Like, no one talks like that. No one talks like that. Okay, no
No.
one. No
But
human on the planet talks like that.
that's what makes it like so fun though, is the fact that he's just so insanely over the top.
Yeah, dude, Dwayne Johnson, like that's why I love that guy. Like even like he's not like an Oscar quality actor like Daniel Day Lewis or something like that. But god damn, is he fun to watch?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's like I swear, like every time he's on screen in this movie, like he steals the show, and like it's awesome because like when you look at it, um, Dwayne Johnson, he he's a great like powerhouse to combat against Dominic Toretto, right? It's like I don't know about you, but it's like having two it's like having two boulders like fight each other because like Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel go at it in this movie, right? So it's like oh my god, it's like two muscular men like punching each other on screen. Like what more can you want?
There's a lot more in life I want than watching two men beat each other up. But I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like this is like the most popcorn blockbuster movie in 2011 like ever because it's like oh you have Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel, you have Gal Gadot like in a sexy bikini like walking, and you have cars, you have heists, you have exotic locations. It's like it's the perfect like 2011 summer blockbuster premiere.
No, I agree. This movie really I don't know anyone. Like I know people who literally hate every other single movie. And they openly say that this one is like they're like, no, this one's good at least. So it's like that's just like how good this movie is. Cause I mean, if you don't like it, not an issue. I'm just saying like I've never encountered anyone who said I don't like Fast Five.
Yeah, because Fast Five is always awesome because the reason why it is awesome is because it's a no holds barred fun time. I mean, like there's no like complicated plot. I mean, like sometimes that's all you. Sometimes that's what you want from a movie, right? You don't want to really think. Like
The movie is literally we're going to rob a bank and we have a bad guy coming after us. That's it.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's not complicated. It's not woke. There's no agenda they're throwing at us. Nothing. It's just a cool heist film.
yeah, which is why I think it's probably one of the best ones. And speaking of heist films, like just a little tangent to throw off there. If you want to chat, if you really want to see a good heist film with where it's just pure comedy and no like agenda and all that, watch Tower Heist. Tower Heist is a film with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy, and I swear it's underrated as hell, and it's one of the funniest things I ever watched because it's like Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy they know their comedy, and then they're like and it's all like well-timed jokes, and relating it to Fast Five, you don't really know what you want from this movie. You want the action, you want the cars, and that's what they deliver, and it's honestly like really really fun to watch because like they spend this entire movie like fucking planning to rob the Rio safe. And then they say, screw that, let's just like barge in and take the safe with the cars.
Yeah, they got Hobbes on their side, and he just drives his fucking tank into the police station. Oh, and this movie has like one of the most gorgeous police officers ever.
Elsa Pataki is super hot.
Yeah, she is. She is just straight up beautiful
Chris
in this
Hemsworth's
movie.
wife. Only Chris Hemsworth can deserve that girl. Because I swear.
And dude, she's 5'3". Isn't Hemsworth like 6'4" or something?
Dude, yeah, she's so like if you look at the pictures.
Yeah, she's tiny.
She's way smaller than Chris Hemsworth.
Well, yeah, I mean, just you can even see it in this movie. Look at her standing next to the Rock.
Yeah, dude, she's like so small. It was like, what the? It's like, dude, like it's unreal how like I mean, like it's not a bad thing, I guess, but like
It's just one of those things that you just see it and you're just like,
yeah,
oh.
I guess that's why they put it in there. It's like to have like a size difference. Like, oh my god, look how huge the Rock is! Like, I can't believe this guy's going against Vin Diesel.
I did think it was cool though how like throughout the movie, like at first she's told, like this guy Toretto, he's a criminal, blah blah blah, we're gonna get him. And just like multiple times throughout the movie, she like learns to trust him. And then right there at the end where he saves Hobbes' life, which that gunfight was fucking awesome, I thought. It's like he saves Hobbes' life, they're on the same team, and like everyone else is like, screw this heist, we're done with it. And The Rock is the only one who's like, I'll ride with you, Toretto. And everyone's like, well, shit, I guess if the giant muscular man is in, we're all in.
The motivation there just changes on a fucking dime. Like,
well, when you have The Rock on your side, if whatever side The Rock is on, you're probably going to take it.
Yeah, I agree because the Rock is huge. I mean, like, I get why he's called The Rock because he's
a beast.
He's a beast, dude. His biceps are like fucking boulders.
And he was, you know what? It's sad because it's like he was at his absolute best in this movie, and I genuinely like. He was a minor step down in the next one, but I mean, he started going downhill fast after 6. I thought
The Rock, in my opinion, he was at his least potential in Furious 7 because he literally did nothing there. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it another time. But for Fast 5, he really made the movie. Like, he was a great antagonist, and in the final 30 minutes when he became like their friend, and I was like, and he fucking helped drive the safe away. I was like, that's awesome.
I did love that scene too, when it's like they're walking out on the bridge and Reyes is like, help me. And The Rock just like puts 2 bullets into his head and he's like, that's what I meant, you son of a bitch. I'm like,
oh my god, this guy was dude. That's why Dwayne Johnson. I swear, I really want to see. Him like if he flexes his acting chops in Black Adam, then dude, he's gonna be one of the best actors ever.
In The Rock we trust to bring Henry Cavill back. That's all I can say.
Yeah, same, exactly. Like how I want that surprise, dude. I want that surprise where like Todd Phillips, the director of the Hangover movies, is directing a Joker movie. Like, that's not gonna be good. And then like, oh my god, it's actually good. Like, same thing with Black Adam. Like, The Rock's gonna be Black Adam, really? And then like he actually super good. It's like, oh my god, that's awesome.
I hope. I really hope.
I hope so also.
All right, Fast and Furious 5, great. Just great. It's just fun from beginning to end. Great action. I love the location of Rio, and it was cool. It was the first time they did something that was like completely off formula.
Yeah, and actually, we already got a DC crossover here: Wonder Woman and Black Adam in the same movie.
That's true. Very true.
And also in the next movie, they're still there.
Very true.
So, anything more to say about Fast 5, Chad, or no?
I love it. Like,
also, yeah.
I almost wish there was a way it could be the movie you could just jump into without knowing a big backstory. Because, like, I want my dad to see it, but my dad's not gonna want to watch. I know he's not gonna want to watch 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
I could probably get him to watch 4, but I'd rather him just watch 5.
I think your dad would probably like get the story if you just show him 4.
He would get it, but I'd have to be like explain some of the characters. Like, here's who he was, here's who he is. I don't know. I think I could get him to start with part 4 though first.
Yeah. And then in the very first and in the post-credit scene of Fast 5.
The first post-credit scene.
No, sorry, not the first post-credit. In the post-credit scene of Fast 5.
No, I mean, this was the first one that the Fast and Furious series did, right?
No, actually, no. The very first one was in the very first movie.
What was it?
In The Fast and the Furious, at the post credit scene, it just shows Dom and he's driving to Mexico.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't really have. I mean, it technically has one, but that's not anything.
Yeah, okay, but so in the post credit scene of Fast Five, uh, Eva Mendes shows up to give Hobbs a picture of Letty, and it's like, "Do you believe in ghosts?" Which leads to Furious Six.
Hmm.
So Furious Six, Chad. What do you like Furious Six? Do you hate it or like what?
So after rewatching it, I definitely liked it better than I remembered,
Yeah.
but it still just it takes a long time to keep moving. I mean, it just felt long. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
understand. I understand what you're talking about. It's like it feels like there's like um a lot of setup before they actually like do the mission because like this feels already like a comic book movie. Like at this point, Furious Six is the first one where like okay, this is comic book territory because
oh yeah.
you sent me that video where Dom catches Letty and he lands on the car's windshield. Like
And
anyone,
lives.
anyone
He gets
have been
he gets
paralyzed.
propelled across a bridge. He catches Letty in midair and lands on his back on a windshield and is just like, "Are you all right?" Like, no, dude. Something would be you. What? You didn't even get the wind knocked out of you? Come on. I mean, it gets worse in the next one,
No, but like
but
this is the point where like, dude, at this point they're all superheroes.
yeah, they are. I mean, they John McClane to these guys.
Yeah,
John McClane was like a punching bag in the first Die Hard, and in the end, it's like nothing could kill him.
yeah, exactly. Like, like the at this point, it's practically a super movie because they're not getting hurt whatsoever. Like, fucking at the end of the movie, Dom drives out of the exploding plane,
Oh my god.
and then like the car rolls and like burns, and like he's like, Dom, oh my god, and you see him walking out like, and there's like no scratch, there's no blood, there's no injury. He's like,
After taking on a man who's like, no, that was The Rock who was fighting that guy. Yeah, and even the Rock was fighting a guy who was like bigger than he was.
and it's like, that's all, and that's what I was saying to you like last Wednesday when I was walking. It's like, dude, if Dom can survive that whole fucking car explosion with the big plane and not get a scratch, Giselle probably would have survived also.
Yeah, Dom survives a plane exploding and crashing under the world's longest runway, but Giselle's assumed dead after falling off a car. I like completely forgot about how they handle him. It's like she falls off, and then they just like stare in the direction that she fell, and they just all start crying. And I'm like, go look for her. All
Yeah,
she did
guys,
was fall. For all you know,
you
she could be just laying there with a broken arm.
you witnessed a miracle. Don came back out of a fucking burning plane with no injury.
But Wonder Woman, Groot survived a plane exploding, but Wonder Woman died from falling on the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh no! And what's her face? Oh shit! Gina Carano's in this. She
Yeah,
looks she looks different in this.
yeah, she was like I didn't even know who she was at the time when I watched it. I was
Oh, the
like
first time I saw this, I had no idea who she like. I didn't even know who Gina Carano really was until Deadpool.
yeah, 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 same. When I saw her in that, I was like, oh, that's the chick from the one Fast and Furious movie.
That chick. That's all she's remembered as is that chick.
Like she's not exactly like
No,
well.
she's forgettable. They wanted to like make her another Elena from Fast Five, but it's like she just didn't have the charisma, or maybe it was the accent. I don't know. I think the other thing that kind of holds this movie back from me loving it, and this is just kind of an aesthetic thing. England, God, it's gonna sound so bad me saying Europe just doesn't look as like England and the parts of Europe they were in just don't look as interesting to look at as like when they were in Rio.
Yeah, no. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what
Like
you're
it all looked all dull and gray
Yeah,
compared to
exactly. Because
Rio that was beaches and the sunlight.
the vibe of England is not exactly, or the aesthetic of England, it's not exactly like amazing to look at because it's very monochrome and like
I'm so sorry to any of our English viewers.
yeah,
We
sorry,
don't
like
mean
yeah,
to insult
like
England, but it's
I
like
like okay,
here, fuck it. I'm from Detroit. Detroit looks like shit compared to like Miami or Los Angeles there.
okay, look, I have been to London and it's nice, but the way it's like portrayed, like here's the thing. There's a reason why James Bond doesn't do his missions in London.
It looked, you know what England kind of looked like in this movie to me? It kind of looked like Gotham in a way.
Yeah,
Just
I
kind
know.
of dark and dreary. Like,
Yeah, I get it, because they're trying to make it a comic book movie. Like, it's like this is the first movie like where we have like an actual villain, like not like a crime boss, but like an actual like super villain who wants to get a communication device to blind a country for 24 hours. Okay, okay, and that's a nice segue. Let's talk about Owen Shaw.
you know what? That's genuinely a James Bond villain's
Exactly,
plan right there.
exactly. Owen Shaw is a James Bond villain.
He is.
He's just in a Fast and Furious movie. So let's talk about Owen Shaw. Do you like Luke Evans as Owen
Oh,
Shaw?
I absolutely love. I like anything Luke Evans does, to be totally honest.
Except Gaston and Beauty and the Beast, or do you like him there also?
I fucking hate everything about that film.
You just said you like anything Luke Evans does. That counts, or that's the exception.
That's the exception.
That's the exception.
Well, we'll talk about Beauty and the Beast another day. But I'm torn on that one because it's like he's not guest on, but it's like some things he does worked in that movie, but other things I was like, he just wasn't guest on. Basically, that was my only problem with it. I didn't have a problem with him. It just wasn't guest on.
Yeah, I feel you.
But
So
no,
yeah,
I mean, like I've heard like, and it's so funny. I mean, not to jump ahead, but like I've heard some people be like, "Oh, Deckard was so much more badass than Owen." I'm like, well, yeah, Deckard was his older fucking brother.
yeah, but Owen was bad. But the thing is, yeah, exactly. The thing is, like, everyone says that, but the thing is, Owen was badass in his own right. He's no Jason Statham, yeah, that's for sure. But like, he held this
He
own.
still yeah, he was still cool.
Yeah, he was still cool, dude. I liked him. It was like, and basically, like, he's practically a super villain or a James Bond villain because, like, he's like, in my world, predictable means vulnerable. I can reach out and break you whenever I want. Like, that's not something a regular human would say. That's a fucking super villain.
It's I mean, it's funny. This whole, yeah, I don't know. Just, I think it was the setting of this film and the way it looked.
Yeah, I understand. It's like
That is kind of that's kind of what holds it back. But at the same time, what really I think bolsters this movie and kind of makes it kind of gives it more of a personal touch to Dominic Toretto is him trying to win back Letty.
Yeah.
Like that scene where they race and then just like drive off and talk for a few minutes, I think is incredible.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
and then it's ruined by she drives off. Owen shows up with his sniper, and then The Rock is sniping Owen.
I like say hello to my friend Hobbes. It's like, and Rock's like, "What's up?" It's like, what the fuck?
So The Rock knew that's where they were driving, right? Sure, he did. Considering Letty's the one who chose that location to talk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's I love this one. This one's good. I mean, it's right at the middle ranking for me. It's better than 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And 8.
Oh my god.
It's just not as good. Yeah, it's good. It's just not as good as 4, 5, and 7.
There's not much to say except the fact that it's good. And the thing is,
It's good.
I know it's overlooked, but I like Furious 6 because, in my opinion, it's underrated for the fact that okay, they gave its very first like actual villain, not like a not like a fake villain, but an actual villain.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna sound like, and I don't mean this to sound bad, but it's like I almost feel like if Paul Walker had not passed away, I think this and 7 almost could have been interchangeable in a way, because
Yeah.
I do think 7. I'll go more into this when we get to 7. I like 7, but I do think 7 is kind of also bolstered by our memories and knowledge of it was Paul Walker's finale.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wrong on that. Fine, but
It's not a bad thing.
we'll also never truly know because everyone went into. I mean, shit. Like, let's see. This movie made 788.7 million, right? That's a lot of money, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Furious 7 made $1.5 billion. It made double what Fast and Furious 6 did.
Yeah, and I think part of that was because it was Paul Walker's like.
That's all it was. It was all the Paul Walker nostalgia, which is fine.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying
like,
it's like it was like, that's that bolstered 7.
And in fairness, like Furious 7, like they didn't say like the studio never really advertised like, oh, it's Paul Walker's last movie, so like watch it. Like no, and then
We just knew.
yeah, they just knew, which is good. And in fact, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Furious 6, the thing is,
It seems like it gets lost in the shuffle.
yeah, it gets overlooked because it's in between Fast 5, which is the best one, and Furious 7, which is Paul Walker's last movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's just like kind of lost and like it's forgettable, but like it doesn't mean it's bad.
No.
It's just like it's just like that's why I think it's really the most overlooked one because the Fast and the Furious and Too Fast and Too Furious are the starters. Tokyo Drift's the exotic one. Fast and Furious is the reboot. Fast 5 is the best, and then Furious 7 is like the last Paul Walker movie. It's like Furious 6 is this, poor Furious 6, man. Honestly, it's like it's in this like little like corner.
Yeah, it's like that little forgotten one that always just gets forgotten about. But like I said, it's still better than the first 3.
Yeah, it's better than the first thing, in my opinion.
I still love that you said the first is like your least favorite.
Yeah, I really, because the first really focused on street racing, and I'm just like, I was never into street racing. All right, so I guess that's it. So Fast 5 and Furious 6. Oh, and fun fact, Furious 6 was actually the first Fast and Furious movie I watched.
No shit.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I completely got the story because of that like Wiz Khalifa and 2 Chainz song at the very beginning, where they recap everything. It's like, oh, okay, well, I exactly know what's gonna happen. Like I went into it blind, like, and I watched. It's like, oh, okay, I get it now. And that one Wiz Khalifa song is like where they just explain all the plot points. Like, I know everything I need to know.
You're like, okay, don't need to watch the other ones. And then you did, and you're like, oh, I should have watched these instead.
All right, so that's it for Fast 5 and Furious 6. And next week we'll be talking about Furious 7 and the fate of the Furious. Oh my god.
That title doesn't even make sense either.
Oh my god, what fate?
What fate are they talking about?
Oh my god. All right. I'm Santino. I'll see you soon.
I'm Chad. Adios.